More than a Fullerton legend, Mike is a rock and roll legend. You can applaud. So we celebrate the man and the music, but the man himself has overcome his own personal share of demons to get where he is today. A true testament to the power of perseverance and stick-with-itness. Mike has recently beaten tonsil cancer, and we are so proud to recognize his many accomplishments. So, Mike, I'm going to ask you to come up at this point, because we're almost there. So earlier today, we presented you with a painting, an original canvas, a work of art by local artist Germs, and it's going to be housed in our Fullerton Museum Center until you're ready for us to ship it to you. And we're going to be honoring your legacy again, along with others from Fullerton punk rock history in April of 2025. But I would like to point out that the piece of art that's up in the gallery, it showcases the roots of punk rock with some of the old school that actually I just learned Mike used to design their old school flyers, so he was quite proud of that. And that's before Photoshop and clip art too. So those were some skills. Probably had to use the Xerox, right? I mean,
cut and paste.
That's old school cut and paste.
Kinko's.
Yeah.
Go to the Kinko's.
So, but you could see that painting inside the gallery. But as we're here today, there's one thing I can hear in my mind, and that's life goes by so fast. You only want to do what you think is right. Close your eyes and it's past, the story of my life. No truer words have ever been written. So with that, it's my honor and privilege on behalf of the city of Fullerton and all of its residents to present you with the key to the city.
Thank you, Mayor Dunlap, Miguel. Thank you so much. Janet, thank you. How's everybody doing?
I love you, Mike. I love you more.
Let us not ask what the city can do for us, but what we can do for the city. That was not my mentality back then, but unintentionally things happen, and I survived a lot of things, and 40 years ago, they might have wanted to lock me up and throw away the key. But things change, and now I got a key. What exactly does this, I'm in, yeah? I'm in inner sanctum. Yeah, okay, all right. After hours, like, yeah. City vault. Yeah. I help you count the money. Man, it's a little overwhelming. Yeah, this is a little emotional. I have nothing but fond memories of growing up in this town. I grew up on the east side, but I spent a lot of time, our first house, when my parents moved us here, was 1963 or something, a little house on Malvern. We rented the back house from an older woman who was our babysitter. And by then I was 5 years old, and spent a lot of time alone at the babysitter's house, and she had this bedroom with a radio and all this like religious art on the wall, and I mean, I guess it was like nudity, you know, like the angels are naked, or I don't know. So it's like, you know, it was like eroticism and rock and roll, and I was 5 years old. This is what I want to do. This is music did something for me. My home life was not that good, and music provided me something to keep my mind focused and pursue a dream. And Fullerton enabled that. You know, a lot of that was growing up in the 70s. You know, it was a lot more of live and let live. That's what I remember. And that's what I miss now. Live and let live. We all got different views, political views, whatever. Different cultures, different backgrounds. But I remember that. Live and let live. And Fullerton enabled that, at least until I became a punk rocker. And then it got a little dangerous. It was dangerous being in Orange County and roaming the streets looking the way we did. But fortunately, I have the personality type that if you tell me, no, you can't do something, not only am I going to do it, I'm going to succeed at it. And then I'm going to say, how you like me now? Yeah. I had a railroad tracks behind my house we spent a lot of time on, playing on the railroad tracks, the orange groves. Later on, as a teenager, a lot of what happened in the music scene was just about a square mile of where we are right now. Dennis and I would, here's a little tip. I'm not suggesting this to any youngsters, but you know, a black leather motorcycle jacket, when it's zipped up, you got 3 pockets. They all hold a 12-ounce Budweiser can. So you're loaded at all times with that. But Dennis and I would walk down the railroad tracks from his house to Fullerton, to Harbor Boulevard and Commonwealth, behind Brown's Pawn Shop. It was a little studio where a band called the Mechanics used to practice every night. And that was like a hub of this early punk scene. They were the older guys, and we looked up to them, and they were cool, and they drove VW buses, and they were just the cool guys, and we wanted to be like them.
You're cool too,
And I'm trying, always trying. But that band shaped me just as much as the Rolling Stones or the Ramones. You know, the guitar tones, the rhythms, well, they would come out at a Yorba Linda Kager party, high school party. There's only like 8 punk rockers at the whole thing. But they would come out and say, we're the Mechanics, and we don't play no fucking slow songs. Never forget that. Anyways, nothing but fond memories of growing up here, whether I was in East Fullerton or downtown, or, you know, I remember riding a big wheel down Hillcrest Park. Yeah. Get some speed in that bitch. Lastly, I just can't express my gratitude to everyone who showed up in the city for recognizing Dennis Social Distortion. Dennis was my partner in crime, man, back in the day. I mean, he wasn't doing the crimes with me, but he was figuratively my partner in crime. We would drive to Hollywood on a Tuesday night, see some bands play, and come back to school the next day and tell everyone about it. And I'm sure he's getting a tickle out of this for sure. Yeah. I'd like to thank my wife, who, behind every great man is a better woman. Yeah.
In front of.
Yeah. Go ahead. Say a few words.
I usually all have at least a few words to say. Just want to thank my family, Michael, all of you guys. I grew up as a punk rocker as well, and it's a special community, and I just know how much fans mean to Mike, and just thank you for the years and decades of support so much. Thank you.
I think that's about it. I mean, once again, I just want to thank you guys so much. This stuff doesn't happen. It's not supposed to happen. But like I said, things change. And man, what a ride it's been.
Happy birthday!
And yeah, I mean, I'm 62 today, but I'm living to 102. So we got 40 more years of Social D. Thank you, guys.
So this is going to include conclude the city portion of the program, but we have Greg Antista on the Lonely Streets, and also Kid Ramos are going to be playing shortly. So please stay tuned for more music and entertainment. And again, I just want to thank you all for coming out to make this such a special day. We're very grateful, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
We love you, Mike! Woo!
See you guys at the next show.